Hello everyone, hope you must be doing great and awesome. And in this powerful video, I'm going to talk about what are the three deliverables that you don't have to give to your wedding client in your wedding packages, right? And when you're designing your deliverables, what are these three things that you should not include if you want to save a lot of energy and give maximum value to your photography client? So with this, let me just take you directly to the point. And before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Abdullah. I am a photography business coach and I teach the photographers across entire nation how to start, grow and expand their own wedding photography business or any kind of photography business. This video is going to be available in both English and Hindi language. So the Hindi language of this you will find in the description. इस वीडियो का हिंदी वर्जन आपको डिस्क्रिप्शन में मिल जाएगा. और अगर आपने इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है, if you have not subscribed the channel, do subscribe right now. So the first deliverable that you don't have to give to your wedding client, wedding photography client is this: separate films of each event. You do not give that. So what do I mean by this? So what happens in a wedding packages? There are multiple events which happen. Suppose haldi, mehndi, chuda, and DJ night, and engagement and wedding. Separate function happens. And what happens with a lot of photographers that they go and give different films of each event. Do not give that. What I recommend in that case, let me tell you. So what do? I give them actually a combined film of all the events. So if it is a haldi, if it's a mehndi or engagement or wedding, so we will give a complete wedding film which will include the footages of shoots of all the events. That is what we do. So a lot of photographers, in order to maximize the deliverables, they do this mistake. They give a lot of videos in that separate for each event. Now what will happen if you do this? This will lead to actually a lot of changes in the film of each event. This will happen. So it will take a lot of your energy. So when I started my company in the year 2017, what I used to do, I did not have any idea because there was no mentor to guide me and to give me the pathway. I used to give different films. Now in each and every film there used to be a lot of changes which would ultimately increase the working hours of my team, and it would take a lot of the team of the lot of time of my team actually. And therefore after some point of time I thought that why should I give different wedding films? I should include one film which will include the videos of all the events. Do not commit the duration also, right? So when you are having the conversation with the client, a lot of time photographers do is that they commit the duration of the film that they want to give to their client. So when I started, I used to say that you will get a 10-minute wedding film, 7 minutes wedding film, 15-minute wedding film sometimes. And what used to happen, you are not sure what kind of event the client is going to host actually. If there is no dance, if there is no masala in the film, in the event, then you are not going to get a lot of content for that particular event. So in that case you cannot commit the duration. So what do? You should commit the duration in a range. So I say to my client that you'll get a film between 5 to 10 minutes. Generally we do not produce more than 10 minutes films. So I commit a duration minimum to maximum. That's the best thing. So separate, do not give the separate films of each event. Do not give the separate films of each event, and do not commit the duration of the film. The second deliverable that you should not give is photo mug and calendars. All these frames, photo mug, calendars, posters and all these kind of things. If you would have asked me to give before 7 years, 8 years back, I would have said yes. But right now, these deliverables, these things, it takes up a lot of your energy. So what used to happen earlier, I used to give posters to my client, and what I ultimately found, that client would not release your payment. Client would not give your payment unless you deliver all the deliverables. So if you have a poster but the client has not given you the picture for that poster, in that case it is going to be a big trouble for you, because you are dependent on the client for the selection of the pictures, and it will lead to holding up of your payment. Your payment will not be released until and unless you deliver the final deliverable, be it a poster or something. So do not include these small, chitty pitty things. You focus just on a great wedding film, great pictures, candid pictures, great editing, great photo books, but do not go into all these things: photo marks, calendars, frames, posters. This is the concern. It takes a lot of energy and involvement. Do not, you can give something which is unheard of. Do not give something which is too obvious. So yes, so nowadays what is happening, I have recently seen that that people are actually they are actually designing the caricature of the client. So what is caricature? It's a 3D statue kind of thing that they are actually giving to their client of for the couple. So this is what you can do. Give something which is very different, but do not give something which is very obvious. Now, before moving on to the third point, three things I want to share with you. If you have not attended my free masterclass on how to get high budget wedding photography clients and start your own wedding photography business, there's a link in the description. You can go and register for that. Check when the next is happening and check the availability, whether it is happening or not happening. If it is happening, go and book your seat because the seats are limited. Second, if you want to know about my advanced programs and courses, there's a link in the description. You can go and check that. What is my premium program for wedding photographers? Third point, if you have not joined my Telegram group, go and join that. And last thing is that go and subscribe the channel right now. Click onto the subscribe button and click onto the bell icon so that you can receive regular notifications from my channel of all the great topics that I release for you to have a better understanding. The third thing, traveling and fooding should not be included. Yes. So what happened a lot of times, the photographers they include the fooding and traveling in that. If they're going out station, if you're traveling in your city only, then if the traveling cost is not much, then you don't have to be concerned about that. But if you're traveling out station, a lot of photographers, they include the complete fooding and traveling packages in that particular deliverable sheet or their quotation chart. And what happens, client actually, he or she does not understand that. They will just ask you, the client will ask you to reduce the payment as much as possible. You just say, a lot of times it does not matter to them that you are including the traveling and fooding. It does not simply matter to them. So it's better that you do not include the traveling and fooding in that. What you can do, suppose you have given the package of 1 lakh, so you can actually say that the traveling and fooding is separate 30,000 or whatever it is, right? And you bargain on the 1 lakh price and negotiate on that. Client will do that obviously, and then you include the traveling thing in that. What you can do, you can actually separate these two things. So separate the complete quotation and separate the traveling, and this is how you do it. You negotiate on that thing. Simple. You can just negotiate on the main quotation and include the traveling later. Now the final golden nugget, what is that? Let me just share that with you. The final thing is that that stack up the value. So what do I mean by this? So people love it when you increase the price so much and then you give the discount. People love it so much. So what I used to do, I would take my quotation to 2 lakh, 2.5 lakhs, and then give the discount on that, big discount. So people love that, client love that. So now you will say, Abdullah, client will understand that, say that this person has decreased the price so much, and there is a possibility that they will decrease the value, or they will decrease the quality of the shoot. So you just say to the client, you do not have to do that. You just say to the client, see, whatever the client name is, you can say, Vishal, I am just offering this to you at a price of 2.2 lakhs. For the quotation of 2.5 lakhs, you are getting a 30,000 rupees discount. Not because I want to give you, it is because the reference that I'm getting from you, make sure you tell to them that it's a 2.4 lakhs quotation, or whatever your quotation is, right? So whenever we give so much discount to our client, we say that do not give the reference for this quotation for this number, because we are not going to do this. And this is how we increase the price gradually. This is very simple. So you can do that. So do not include these 3 deliverables. Do not give separate films of each event. Do not give small chitty bitty things, photo marks, calendars, frames. It is not required in this era, in today's era, 2021, 2022. And do not include the traveling and fooding. And stack up the value. Stack up the value means that you take the price so high and then you give good discount, and you tell to the client that I am giving the discount only to you, but this discount will not be applicable on the referrals that you will be giving to us. That's very simple. So this is it. I just wish and hope that you must have been able to learn something from this session. And till then, stay happy, stay spiritual, and stay blessed. Thank you so much.